As someone who works with the government and part of the government, I have come across various projects that have touched me personally and cut to the heart of the fabric of communities. One such issue is to do with gender-based violence. I mean, I know we have discussed and put forward that gender-based violence is not just a woman's issue, but a men's issue. But I want to cap our discussions today by saying that gender-based violence, it is a collective issue. And the sooner we all take ownership and responsibility of the challenges and even answer the difficult questions around this topic, the sooner we make our society and communities safer for all of us. Bright asked a question earlier, what kind of a community produces men who abuse women? I asked the question, what kind of community produces people who stay silent in the face of such abuse? We need to work actively as a community to enable the vulnerable access help, and this is as a result of people being able to speak out, knowing that their voices will be heard. This is not just a government issue. This is a support system issue. This is a family issue. This is a social network issue. This is people supporting government to support the community and strengthen the community. Because who exactly is the government? I asked this question at a recent town hall. We are all the government. The government are people. The people are the government. At the very least, we all can be the voice of someone suffering in silence. When we see something, we should say something. And so, the more we have these conversations, the more we raise awareness, the more we give people access to information that would enable them to feel bolder, to be more courageous, and more secure in the place we all call home.
When you want to have everybody to feel secure, and this is where we call home, we still go down or come down to the fact that where are the fathers? Like I always share, whether you're a Christian, you're Muslim, Hindu, the responsibility, the spiritual responsibility to lead the home starts from the father. That's why I like the fact that Bright said the other time that he wasn't really ready for it. But with everybody on board now, the grace of responsibility to be available with the right content, receive. So after now, I believe that we're going to receive your invitation like that. We must be able to teach our children, teach the girl how to be a girl child and teach the boy how to be a boy child. Why are we saying this? There is a connecting link, which is humanity.
I want to answer a question that Bolaji raised here, which is he actually reversed Bright's question, which is
how does society raise?
Yes, what society produces abusive men? Yeah. And then he asked, Bolaji asked another question. Sorry, I'm trying to say, what kind of community produces people who stay silent in the face of abuse? I think for me that is an assignment we need to take home. But because you are going back somewhere where the assignment need to bring front, we need to start to create a new construct, a critical mass of men who would provide leadership. That leadership is what will get us to the point where men can be outraged when women are abused. Men will be outraged when boys are abused. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And I think if we can do that, the boys who are coming behind us will find a template.
Okay, so let me say, how is this possible, right? I mean, I categorize this whole JBV thing into three categories. The first one are the victims, the second one are the perpetrators, and then the third are the bystanders, which is the community. But also, I live in Nigeria, and I understand this idea of mind your business. That's one. And that mind your business, I want to break it down into mind your literally business, because if you don't mind your business, you no go chop. Society that drives narrative that focus on collectiveness, they don't chop belly full. Most of them, in most cases. You wake up every morning, you have an agenda, you have things that you need to solve, you have problems, you have family member calling you here and there. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the bystander, that sometimes advocacy comes out of comfort. In some cases, sometimes it comes out of the fact that
You won the shoe.
my personal problem, if you won the shoe before, and so I want to fight against this. Sometimes it comes out of experience. But the high level advocacy that drives community and drives society to act comes from the sense of we have these things affecting all of us now.
Yeah.
Like NSAS, it's been happening for years. Nobody said anything, but when it has happened to a lot of people and a lot of influential people, because they were not attacking boys on the street, they were attacking middle class, rich kids. That was when, let's come together. But at the end of the day, the masses, the most people in society are focused on survival.
Everybody, when it comes to GBV, you are a potential victim.
I mean, they didn't know that.
So that is the narrative we need to push hard. You may just be having your cool and enjoying yourself. Your daughter appears on one campus and a lecturer messes up with her. Before you show your power, it has happened. The girl has been scarred.
That is why we have to be intentional and we all need to be involved. But one thing that I was looking for in all of these things I was saying with my last point, saying more secure in a place we call home. I was hoping we would actually define what a home is or what a home means to a lot of people these days. A house is different from a home.
Yes,
but again, perhaps that is another conversation we need to have.
Okay.
All right, so there's no doubt that this is a community issue. And I'm happy that you raised that. Because when we started this conversation talking about how GBV has been gender colored to mean women-based violence.
Yeah.
And even if you say, okay, by definition, it's not the case. When you look at the people driving the advocacy, majority are women-based because that's where most of the survivors are. The SAC centers are women-based.
Run by women.
The curriculum, the whole program is this. And even when you look at funding in terms from the government side of it, maybe Lagos is different, but when you look at funding from the side of it, gender-based violence budget allocation is located in the women's ministry. So that in itself...
Yinka, there's another side, sorry. The funders, donor agencies, they fund women-led organizations.
And so we should start men-led organizations like this.
That's where the problem is coming from.
But you see, you heard what he said. Wait to see if you get the funding. But if we don't start it, we wouldn't know. And we need to start it.
For me, it's not a question of whether we should pursue men-led funding or women's-led funding. The fact is that this is a problem of the community. Yeah. This affects everybody, male or female, all right? And we need to get the men in. The men today are the governors, they are the people in the House of Reps, they are the senators, most of them are the ones there. If they are the ones leading this conversation, as it's the case in South Africa now, that you have the president himself leading that process, I'm sure that we will make a whole lot of progress. It is the men that are the pastors, it's the men that are the imams, it's the men that heads a lot of the communities.
Even the corporate
and so we need to bring everybody on the table to say, this is not a woman's problem. This is part of the problem. And this is my last shot, and it goes out to the advocates, the feminists, particularly, who they know themselves. The tone and the language of the conversation is toxic. By the time you generalize and you look at men as the perpetrators, I will look at myself and I say, I'm not a perpetrator now. So, and that's where a lot of men are to say, look, we're not there. So go and look for this man.
So as they say, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. So for that journey that you're talking about, we have already started it at a place at the table.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it's been an enlightening time. It's been an enlightening time for me, and I trust it has been for you as well. And I'd like to thank you all, for voicing out. We certainly haven't avoided tackling the tough issues at the table. We need to keep the conversations going as we push for solutions at the table. Same time next week. In the meantime, it's goodbye from all of us.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.